All right, this is the daily chart of GS. GS is set up to go higher. However, due to the market conditions, this stock could actually go lower as well. So what's going to decide, though I believe this favors higher prices, it doesn't mean that that's going to happen, because unless we get a confirmation, right, it could go lower. I mean, you have this gap here to fill as well. I mean, it doesn't favor that to happen, right? And I'm not looking for this as a short, but at the same time, the unexpected can happen. What I'm saying is we can get, um, somehow they'll find a way to get it down here. And at the same time, what the stock really needs is volume. So I've changed my buy point as minimum 169 to 171 is the buy point. So we hit 169 and the volume isn't there. It doesn't trigger the trade. We need 169 and volume. And without the volume, where the market's set up here is this stock might most likely could just be chopping you up, right? You're making profits, you're losing money. There's just nothing going to happen here. We get a pop. When we get a pop with volume, we're most likely going to get a directional move. You know, one great stock. This is a great example. This is a stock I mentioned. It had a really great move. I mentioned on my stream this year, FDX. There's a lot of them had great moves, but this one here is a great example of how volume is important sometimes. And what did the stock have? Well, first of all, it had a great pattern. But when we broke up that day, we did so on heavy volume. The volume was already within the first half an hour more than, even heavier than, just as heavy as a regular whole day volume. And what did we have here? A super strong move. Look at that, straight up. If you aren't preparing your mind or going in for the right reasons, you will buy into stocks like this and get out very quickly. You won't, my targets, I even mentioned targets, by the way, and my targets were 125. It blew through my targets, but it also had some strong volume, and it wasn't super strong volume or something crazy. I mean, this was really strong here, 15.1, right? But at this setup and where it was and how we broke up and the volume we had and the direction, this is just powerful. And to this day, I mean, wow, it's still up. It has not. People were trying to short. Funny thing is, you have people were trying to short this thing. I mean, where did it go? Just the wrong idea. These are the day traded minded people, right? They never catch the real moves. Those type of traders, they catch nothing. They burn out. Goldman Sachs, you need volume. End of story. We don't get the right kind of volume. Even if we hit the 169, the odds favor this going nowhere still, right? Just like FDX, once it broke out with volume, it really made a directional move, and Goldman Sachs is no different. The way this is set up right now, without volume, the odds of this hitting 182 is an impossibility without volume coming in. Well, when we get a good move, you'll rest assured there'll be some strong volume as we're going higher if this goes to 182. And if it can confirm, right? Because if it doesn't confirm, it doesn't matter that I think it can go to 182. It's not going to 182 because it can't confirm, right? So pay attention to volume, in my opinion. If you really like to go long Goldman Sachs, volume is very important in this case because it could easily come lower and test this gap down here. So there you have it. And I mean, this gap here, was right down in the 157 area, right? So it can go $10 either way. Either way, although it favors higher prices, it still needs to confirm. And without volume, it just could be trapping people in. Thanks for listening. Like the video.